Hi, my friends. Welcome to another edition of Bobby's Daily Popcast, where we talk all things pop culture and get into the nitty gritty of what's going on because I think this is the news that matters. News is heavy, it's serious. People are at war with each other, with their beliefs, and we just try to keep it light and fun because that's what I want to do. I want to make you feel better. Okay, so we'll start off with something pretty dicey, I should say, and pretty juicy. These are a list of cringy things that celebrities did at the start of the pandemic. Remember when COVID-19 coronavirus happened and the world shut down and it was a global pandemic? Well, I don't know if you remember this, but Wonder Woman star Gal Gadot, it's really, really funny. She sang Imagine, trying to like cheer up people, and a lot of people dragged her online for it. I don't know why I'm laughing, but that's just funny to me. And then it's followed up by number two ranking Madonna calling COVID the great equalizer while she was taking a rose petal bath. Wow, celebrities are tone deaf sometimes. I don't know if you saw this story, but this is crazy. Just a few days ago, Tracy Morgan was at a Knicks game, and he was in a wheelchair, and he had to leave in a wheelchair, I should say, after throwing up and had a bloody nose. Turns out he had really bad food poisoning. I didn't know. I know throwing up is a part of like the symptoms of having food poisoning, but a bloody nose, maybe all the stress just got to his nose. Anyway, he's expected to make a full recovery, but I wonder what he had because I know I had food poisoning before. I think I had Vietnamese food when I was in my boy band. I went with some friends and I had, I think, some bowl of broth. I think it's maybe called pho or poho. I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway, I remember actively, like I knew I was actively getting sick after eating that. We went, had dinner, and then we went to go see a movie. And I could feel myself, like my body started aching. I started sweating, and I came home. And this is a funny story. Sorry for the squirrel moment, but I came home from that movie, and I was sick. Was throwing up. I was crying. My body ached, and I remember my dad. I was like 20 years old. Keep in mind, I was in a boy band, so he didn't know what the heck I was doing. I thought he thought I was living a diabolical lifestyle or a deviant lifestyle. So he's like, "What did you do?" And I was like, "I don't know. I had food. I ate something, and I'm sick." So he did what Mexican fathers do. He cracked an egg on my head, and evidently, I don't know what it's called, but if you crack the egg and it comes out cooked, you were cursed or something like that. I was not cursed. I had food poisoning, and all I know is that egg ran all over my face while I felt like absolute crap. So, fun little story about me. But I digress. Let's go on with the celebrity topics. Justin Bieber posted on Instagram that he feels like he's been drowning because he was told when he was young that he wasn't allowed to hate people. And he says it made him feel like, quote, he wasn't allowed to have that. And, he's been going through it for a little bit. So I hope he gets some therapy and some mental health. I know he's a new dad. That's also very stressful. The stuff with Diddy. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot more layers to what Justin Bieber's going on, what's going on in his life right now. And, I'm a believer. I'm rooting for him because I think he's a very talented pop star. This is absolutely weird and still involves pop culture, so I'm going to talk about it because we're talking about insects. Did you know that there's a wasp that was named after Idris Elba? And there's a special genus of water beetle named after Leonardo DiCaprio. That's really, really true. And there's even a venomous trapdoor spider named after Angelina Jolie, which seems so fitting to me. And a little update on Lady Gaga as we round out today's popcast. Lady Gaga's brand new album, Mayhem, which I've been playing on repeat. It is so good. Perfect Celebrity is my favorite song off the album. Has become her seventh number one album with 219,000 copies sold in its first week. And that doesn't even count streaming. So she sold physical copies, and I was one of them. In fact, hold on. Told ya! It's a really good album. I love it. So congrats to her. She also sat down with Billboard magazine, and she says that she always feels that she has to look her best when she's out in public. Because she's Gaga. She's known for the outdoor, out of the box kind of crazy looks. She's known for being a fashion icon. She says, "I don't think I could live without hair, makeup, and styling, let alone be the performer that she is." She says, "I'm a glamour girl through and through, and I believe in the glamorous life, and I live one." I love that about her. She's just telling it like it is. We expect that from Lady Gaga. I love when a celebrity gives you exactly what you want from them, which is just glamour and pop. Thank you for watching another episode of Bobby's Popcast. I hope this one's been entertaining, and I hope you like my story about my dad cracking an egg on my face. And I think it's called, in Mexican terms, brujeria. And it didn't work because I got egg all over my face and my eyes. And my dad thought I was cursed because I did something deviant. And it just turns out I had food poisoning. So there you go. The more you know, don't crack an egg on your kid's head. Follow me on all major socials at Bobby's Popcast. I'm also on major streaming platforms, Amazon, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and my personal favorite, Apple Podcasts. And thank you for watching. I really appreciate the love and support, and I hope you have a wonderful day.